It's just another update on the market. As we were discussing earlier on, we were expecting the market to test, our level, to indicate that it's still going down further. So this is when we looked at that market. It was presently we were waiting for it to break through, which it did, right? So we then have also an indication here. So this did give an indication, and we also got an indication with our parabolic saw as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3 indications that that market is dropping. We've got our take profit levels over here, right? And we have a clear indication that there is support lying at the bottom. Bear in mind there is upcoming news event in a few hours as well. So if I go to the 30-minute, we clearly see that we had a early indication to get in for a sell there. And then with the 15-minute, we also got the indication to get in with a sell here. So looking at it, we've got a sell taking place. Can you see that? But we know that it's not gonna hold. It's not gonna break past the support. So the lowest point we're expecting is probably here, right? Because it looks like the market is consolidating. Can you see that? It's moving quite linear. It's kind of similar to this, so it's consolidating. Okay, but in trading that consolidation, you can clearly see that was the 4-hour. This is the 1-hour. Clearly see where the target levels is. 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5. Okay, so quite interesting actually, as we begin to monitor Bitcoin. But I mean, look at that, you've got the 4th confirmation here. So if you consider what transpired, I mean, we would have caught that sell just there. Yeah, we actually did catch it. We're not trading today, but just to give you an indication of how the market has been behaving and how easy it is to, when you're using those indicators, how quickly you can actually get some pretty decent trades. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to download the indicators, the description is in, I have placed the links in the description. And yeah, we will be analyzing the markets moving forward. We just at the moment looking at Bitcoin because Bitcoin is quite an interesting development. So I'll tell you why. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. If you look at the news articles that is coming out on investing.com, we've got the crypto market for cap falls 1% in 24 hours. Investors remain observant, right? So we've also got a prediction in, but these are all old articles, 2022, 23. These are all old articles. So this is more. This is the headline I actually wanted to show you guys. So can you see the, like, this was 3 days ago that it occurred. Institutional crypto firm Galaxy said Friday that it had sold more than 80,000 Bitcoin over 9.3 billion worth at current price. So I want you guys to actually read this article, and then, why is it doing that? They removed, oh, there we go. So one of the biggest Bitcoin whales in history just cashed out 9 billion, in this saying that he will be Galaxy said Friday that it conducted a 9 billion Bitcoin sale for a Satoshi era whale. Here's what we know about the massive exit. So I want you guys to, go through this article and actually read up on it. You need to understand what is currently taking the place on the market. Is that we've got a huge player. He was one of supposedly rumored to be one of the earliest investors of Bitcoin. That is why he's referred to with the name Satoshi over there, a Satoshi whale over there. So read up on that article, but you guys can clearly see it did make headlines, not on the official investing.com or on those websites, but um, it's being made mention there. That is why we be seeing a temporary sell-off on Bitcoin. So we're not expecting that it would last forever. And coming back to the markets, we can see that is what caused this sell-off to take place over here. Okay, so when that article came out, which was 3 days ago, that was Sunday, I was actually watching this market and I saw the market do that. Not Sunday, I'm sorry, not that. Sunday was, I saw it do this tip over here, right? But that article came out 3 days ago. So 3 days ago, if we look at it, we are here on the 28th. So yeah, looking at about this region here, okay, is when the first articles, the first rumors came out, and that's where you saw that dip there. The market obviously pulled back, and it's currently, as you can see, it's breaking past there. It's currently dipping. So we mentioned the sell, and that is a sell that you could have caught with these indicators. Okay, so once again, looking at the 4-hour confirmed for the sell, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmations for the sell. Let's count the confirmations for the sell here. 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 confirmations. Okay, so that is 30 minutes. So as you go through the time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, we can see the confirmations. Okay, we can see the resistance levels, the support levels, the target levels. All of that is clearly and easy to interpret without us having to draw any lines on the chart. It gets showcased for us, and if we want more, there is more indicators that we can add. So if, for example, the smarter trend channel, if I want to turn it on, I just select true, I press OK, boom boom, Bob's your uncle, and it gets displayed on the chart. But let's look at the higher time frame, because this is really giving us a clear picture of what is taking place. This is currently what is taking place. You see this channel here, it's doing exactly that. Okay, it's heading for, it's dropping because of these upcoming events as well, and because of that headline with the biggest whale in quite a long time, cashing out on Bitcoin. So he's he's having an impact on the current trend of Bitcoin, right? Bear in mind as well, when we go to the higher time frames, such as the monthly, Bitcoin has never been this high before, right? We can see a lot of indecision similar to what took place here occurring over here, right? So that's on the weekly. This is on the daily, 4-hour. Okay, so to be quite interesting to see what takes place on Bitcoin, but watching the 4-hour would give us the clearest indication of what's taking place on Bitcoin. And then obviously we can I just want to turn this off. Then obviously we can have a clearer picture and understanding of what's happening to Bitcoin, which direction is it heading. But for now, we do know that it is actually going to be dropping lower, at least for the rest of the night. So yeah, that's it for the day. From tomorrow onwards, we will do more analysis and actually see tackle a wider scope of the markets. You know, maybe have a look at what gold is doing, what US 100 is doing, and then come back to Bitcoin as well and actually see how Bitcoin behaved since we last analyzed it.